Hello everybody, it's Friday, it's Flying Friday. Some of you have asked for me to do something less than sane. So you're going to get your wish. I am currently sitting at Saint-Martin, at Princess Juliana Airport. I'm in a really up close and personal picture of a 747-8F, the Cargo Lux. City of Vianden. Why am I here? Why am I flying this plane? We know this plane will take off out of here, especially the way it's currently configured. The way it's currently configured, by the way, is with, we're going to go to a different aircraft view. That one. I wish this had a better view than that, but there we go, the walleye view. We'll go with the walleye view. We know that this thing is going to take off out of here. We know that. But on the French side of the island is Barretta Airport. I probably didn't remember that one properly. It's in Grand Casse. It's kind of off in that direction. It's right over there. So what, you say? Well, Grand Casse, that airport, has a 3,900-foot runway. 3,900 feet. Do you maybe have an idea what I'm about to try to do? You said try to land a 747 3,900 feet. You would be correct. That's exactly what we're about to do. Yeah. Probably going to get ourselves killed doing it, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's see if we can see the airport as we fly this giant aircraft over in this direction to line up. The proper approach is going to be over the water. So not there. Keep on turning here.
Bank angle.
I don't care about the bank angle. My aircraft is more than capable. All right, it's somewhere right around here. There it is, right there. See it? There's our airport. Yeah, that's it. That's where we're going to try to touch down. This ought to be fun, huh? All right. So, my best guess, it has poppy lights on it, so I should be able to go out and come back. See that little bit of green? It's being swallowed up by my pillar there. I'm going to loop around that island. And then we're going to come back and try to have a long, low approach. Now, I flew into there just to make sure about its approach and everything. I flew into there and I was using the Pilatus. Little itty bitty Pilatus. Not the supercharged mess that we used last time. That was
Sink rate.
Pilatus. I know it's sinking. I'm trying to get lower. You be quiet. The PC-6C. It's a little highly powerful STOL aircraft. So I flew in there just to see what kind of approach I was going to be seeing and that kind of thing. The approach is great except for the strand of palm trees right beyond the airport apron. So literally I have to be just high enough to clear these palm trees, and then I basically have to fall out of the sky, slam onto the runway right as close to the edge as possible, I'm hoping, and then get on all of the stopping devices possible on this aircraft and get it to calmly stop itself. We hope. If I'm successful in this aircraft, I'm going to go get the A380. If I'm successful in the A380, maybe even if I'm not, I'm going to go get the Antonov AN225. If I'm successvel in all of those, I'm going to go get a crazy jet airplane and do a bunch of barrel rolls and loop-de-loops, because I'll be surprised if I manage that. All right. So the approach is always going to be the same, regardless. I'm going to come out here, that little island there, that little kind of triangular island. I'm going to loop around the triangular island. And I should be able to get my target airport in sight. I would really love to be on the beach down there right now. Oh, that'd be so nice. So nice. All right, we're going way too fast right now. Okay, now I have some reservations about this. You guys asked for it. Several of you were like, land a 747 in a really small airport. And someone was like, land an Antelope in a really small airport. And I was like, well,
2,500.
yes, 2,500. Thank you. I'm glad you're calling out because I really could care less. Okay, we're gonna loop around our little island here. I just figured I'd throw the A380 in there as well. Then we would have handled all the big planes.
2,500.
Thank you. Shut up, dude. I could do a C5, of course, but see, the thing with C5 is I've seen C5s take off and land on ultra small airports. So I know they're capable of doing it. Now I'm running these things with basically the minimal amount of fuel.
Bank angle.
Yes, bank
Sink
angle.
rate.
Yes, sync rate. Very good. I'm glad you're paying attention. Shut up now. I put
Bank angle.
basically the minimum amount of fuel possible that I felt safe doing, and no cargo. So I am extremely lightweight, but that's on purpose. You would never try to make a run into a ultra short airport without having a weight penalty on board. So that's what we're doing. We're running with a weight penalty. Okay, we've looped around there. Now my goal, see that little spit of land that's sticking out there? I'm going to fly so that we kind of tease off the tip of that spit of land. Now I'm following this flight path because I did fly around here with the Pilatus and just kind of making some guesses. Now I'm hoping the poppy lights will show up here pretty soon and we'll be able to start making some approach decisions. I think I'm going to have to get really close to the mountain that's currently behind my pillar. It's kind of coming out from behind my pillar right now. All right, let's go ahead and head that direction. Now, when we get to the approach part, I might stop talking so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. I really don't want to crash the plane as much as you guys want me to. Come on, I want my lights. At least tell me where my runway is. Let's go ahead and put our gears down. Let's go to the gear view. Gear view! Look at those big old gears. Alright, they're all coming down. Come on, screen, fill in. There you go. Aha! I got poppy lights. We can make an approach. We can do it now. Alright. Go ahead. Give ourselves a little bit more flap for this. We at 43, 44, 45%. Okay. Not so much. Alright, I'm going to want to be in full flap as we approach. I'm also going to, of course, want to have my hand ready to deploy the spoilers, the brakes, and the thrust reversers as fast as possible as soon as we hit ground. The hardest part for me is lining up the aircraft at the center line. Especially these big airplanes like this. You gotta remember, you're like 3 stories up. So everything is skewed slightly. Alright. Watch my airspeed. Want to sink too low. That would be really bad. But I want to be as low as possible. I basically want to be tickling the stall box down there. Because I think if I'm tickling that stall box, I should be okay. Alright, we're going to go ahead and call for full flap. Alright, so we have full flap. I don't have to worry about flaps anymore. I have the actual runway orientation in sight now. Okay. We are too high for my liking right now. I know that the lights tell me I'm perfect, but I'm too high. I'm on lower. Yeah, way lower. Way, way lower.
Pull up.
Oh, be quiet.
Sink rate.
Don't sink.
There we go. Shut up. I'm not sinking too much anymore. Okay. All right, see the palm trees are just starting to pop into view. All right, here we go. We're on final.
500.
Too high. Too high. Come on. I want to touch as close as I can to the end of this runway.
400.
Yep, 400. Good. At least I know the altitude of the airport is 0, basically. Well, I think it's like 5.
300.
Good. 300. All right, we're going to clear those trees.
200.
Good. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Come on.
100.
Popping the air
Minimum
brakes.
40, 30, 20, 10.
There. Reverse. Oh, stop plane. Stopping the plane. Oh, yeah. We might have a gear off the runway, but... Parking brake on. Parking brake on. Do we have a gear off the runway? Yes, we do. So one gear is off the runway, but we did it. We landed our 747 8F, 3,900 foot runway. I'm terrible at putting these big planes on the center line anyway. All right, I'm going to reload Flight Simulator so that it doesn't do this wall-eyed thing and go get the A380 and kind of uncramp my hand from that landing. But we're back. We're in our primered A380. Ain't she pretty? Very green. I've discovered the A380 has a much tighter, well, not so much a tighter turning circle. It's more that the 747 has a whole, I mean, when you put the spurs to that 747, she goes. This thing, not so much. So it actually has a very slow takeoff speed. The 747, by the time she was in the air, she was going so fast, I had to basically bank out beyond the mountains. With this thing, I didn't have to do that. So there is that, which is kind of odd, I think. I mean, I would think it's odd, but you know, whatevs, right? Whatevs. So we actually aren't going to circle out around our landmarker island this time. I probably should have, just for consistency of approach, but make a slightly different approach this time around. Our island is over there. You can see it kind of going behind that first pillar there. So I think I can do a turnabout. We'll turn a little bit to the left and then we'll cut back to the right. This plane really likes to go. It is also running very little fuel. I'm trying to see how much fuel I actually have. We might crash, actually. But if we do, then we'll figure out what to do about that later. I'm looking down there and it's like fuel on board, 0 pounds. Can't be true because I made sure there was 44,000 pounds on board. Or maybe it was 4,400 pounds. We'll find out here in a moment, won't we? Because there's a number of 1,300 right above it that's going very, very slowly down. Well, very quickly down. We might crash and die, but, you know. It's pretty much how it works around here. Okay. Now, we should be coming around. Yeah, look, there's our lights. Okay. So this plane doesn't really feel like a proper big aircraft. 747 felt like it. Like that moment when it was like, don't sink, pull up, don't sink, pull up, when we were approaching land. When that was going on, I was pulled back as hard as I could. I actually had to apply engine power in hopes that the engine power would kind of force me up, because she wasn't going up on her own. All right, do we have wheels coming out? We do have wheels coming out. Good. Okay, so that number is going up now, so presumably that is not actually my fuel. Well, what do you know? This aircraft is not cleared for civilian service at this time due to problems with the gauges of fuel gauging. Silly fuel gauges. All right. Let's give her some flap. I just noticed that my flap gauges don't work either. Wow. That's nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop all the flaps. They'll probably scream at me, but I'm thinking at the speed that the flaps are deploying that won't really be a big deal. Look at that. The one big bird. Big bird. I'm way, way off the runway. Ooh, and I'm going to crash. Okay. Let's pay attention to what we're doing here. We're at about 300 feet.
Sink.
I'm not sinking. Okay, so there's a small problem here. I can't see over the dash like I can with the 747. There we go. We are now on-ish on target. Okay, good.
Don't sink.
Pappy lights still say we're low, but that's all right.
Don't sink.
The man talks to us way too much. That's not unusual. All right. Now we're high. Great. All right. Way too high. Crap. All right, engine is cut. Air brakes out. Air brakes in. I'm actually considering right now when I'm going to fire the reverse thrusters. But I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. Come on. All right. Brakes out. First thrusters on. Brakes on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We did it. A380 down. Actually, in less time than the, well, I cheated a little bit. I was saying less distance than the 747. I also put the reverse thrusters on while we were still in the air. Basically, about the moment that we cleared the palms there, I hit the reverse thrusters. It was like, screw it. All the stopping things. All right, I'm going to go get the Antonov 225, and we'll try that guy next. All right, we're in the air, the Antonov 225. She doesn't turn nearly as well as the A380, which is probably good. There's our little airport. Doesn't seem as little now. I mean, now it's like, Originally, I was going to choose an airport with a 5,000-foot runway. And I was like, this one's got 3,900. That's more challenging. And now I'm like, wow, we probably could go even smaller. Now, I am running these aircraft basically empty. There's almost no fuel on board. This thing happens to have a lot more fuel than the other ones did. I think it has 90,000 pounds of fuel on board, but there's no cargo on board. And that's been true of all of the aircraft that we've flown. Some of you might say, well, that's cheating. Well, no. It's operating within the operational parameters of an aircraft, but it is. Might consider trying this 747 approach with a full load, but I don't know about that. The biggest thing is the aircraft just handles very sluggishly like that, as you would expect. It's full. So, I don't know. All right, we're not going to do a full... I don't think we need to do a full out and back. For whatever reason, the 747, I just felt I had to do that full out and back. I don't feel that here. Now, one thing I do have a problem with is these Russian aircraft is finding my gauges. All right, where is... Okay, I've got... Wait, is that... Yes, I have the altimeter. Okay. Okay, and that's my attitude. All right, I got it. I got it. We're sorted. Sort of. One thing that I do know about this aircraft is I have to plan for the landing gear time. It is not quick to deploy landing gear at all. Now, being empty, I have also found that these aircraft basically accelerate like scalded rats. I mean, they are gone. This one, I have basically chopped throttle, and we're going 268 knots, thereabouts. All right, let's go ahead and ask for that landing gear. Maybe? Oh, we can't. We're going way, 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 way too fast. All right, gotcha. All right, chop throttle. Pull up to try to bleed even more airspeed off. Okay, push it down below 200. I'm hoping once I go below 200, I'll be able to ask for landing gear. There we go. All right, out. There it is. Okay. There's our front gears. Okay, we should be all right. I'm going to go ask for a little bit of power here. Some flap out. Now, this is an extremely large aircraft, but it also has a lot of very fast performance. I just noticed we were dropping way too fast in speed, so I'm asking for a little bit of power, and we're almost immediately starting to see a response from the airplane. Where is... There it is. Okay. All right, there we go. And our speed is climbing quickly. All right, don't want it to go too fast. Whew, this one is a workout. Just figuring out what everything is. Like 747, I fly around for fun. I don't fly this thing around very much. In fact, to be honest, I had to go load this back onto my hangar because I'd removed it. Not because it's a bad aircraft, but more because you have a bunch of aircraft and I have a bunch of aircraft. You end up starting to go through there and going, yeah, I don't need this one in. I don't need this one in. Okay, we're below 1,000. We're at 600, so we need to watch ourselves. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give her full flap so I don't have to think about flap again. Going way too slow. Come on, baby. Step it up. Okay. All right. Now I just have to kind of lope in and hope. We have to lope and hope. Let's lope and hope. I don't want to climb that much. We got 600 still? Okay. Alright. I think I can see the actual concrete. Yep, we're off course again. Yep. The problem is it blends into the ground, so I have trouble seeing it until I'm in particular positions. Now that's going to be scary. Can you imagine living in the homes right on the water and this big old bird is just kind of loping along towards the runway? It's like, no, go to the other runway, you fools! Pretty much. They're annoyed now. They've had 2 big giant aircraft land on their little runway. All right. Here we go. Got palm trees in view. I don't think we're lined up very well, but we're going to kind of have to make do, I think. Right. According to those lights, we are high, but that's okay. We'll be able to get down, I think, pretty quickly. Right. That is about as lined up as we're going to get right now. Ooh, we're a little bit low. Okay, there we go. All right. Crossing. Chop throttle. All right. Air brakes on. Air brakes off. On. Come on. Yes. Reverse thrust. And we crashed for reasons I don't understand why. Oh no, I remember. This aircraft has a crappy crash thing on its front end. Well, we didn't land the Antonov, but that's because it's got a really bad crash detection. So we're going to fly our fighter plane anyway, because why the heck not? Nice F-18 Tomcat. Yeah. Mock cloud and all. Woohoo! That was a pretty remarkable, I think, given my record, my general record with aircraft. I think it's pretty remarkable I managed to land the 747 and the A380, and basically that Antonov was a success. I think it would have been a success. I think I'm going to crash. Oh no, I'm fine. It would have been a success, except for the whole front end doesn't actually detect or something. I've tried 4 or 5 times to land that thing. It's never landed. Now I remember why I'd taken it out of my hangar. There you go. All right. So that was Flying Friday. It went a little bit longer than I expected just because, well, it takes a little bit longer to land these big aircraft. Well, this isn't a big aircraft, but you know what I'm saying. It takes a longer time than I expected. So, a little bit longer episode. And now I'm just being silly, and we're going to see how close to the water we're going to get here. Because reasons. That's really what I got going on right now. Alright, so next Friday we'll find another silly thing to do. Can't even see my shadow. How high am I? Ah! Oh, I'm really high. Whee! Ooh, wow. Okay. Now we're getting down to some serious... Oh, what are we at? 100? 80, 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about. Ooh. All right, guys. So give me some more things to do for Flying Friday. Whoa. Oh, I overstressed it. Till next time, happy flying.